it's Rebecca and today is another book review day and this is my 19th book for the BookaShelf 2016 reading challenge. I will leave a link in the description box down below to explain what the challenge is about, but it's to read 26 books over the year, with each book coming from a different category, and each category is alphabetized. So this book comes from the category of Z, a zombie version of a classic. So I have been reading Alice in Zombieland by Gena Showalter. So I will read you the blurb and then talk to you about the book. I wish I could go back and do 1,000 things differently. I'd tell my sister no. I'd never beg my mother to talk to my dad. I'd zip my lips and swallow those hateful words. Or, barring all of that, I'd hug my sister, my mum and my dad one last time. I'd tell them I love them. I wish. So, from the title of this book, one would be forgiven if one assumed that this book was in a similar vein to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, where the author had taken the original classic text and injected zombies into it. So Alice in Zombieland conjures up the idea of Alice falling down the rabbit hole, meeting all the strange and wonderful characters, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, the caterpillar, the white rabbit, the Mad Hatter, all of those things, with zombies injected all over the place. That is what I was expecting. And I hope I can be forgiven for expecting that, considering the title is Alice in Zombieland. So if you have picked up this book and thought, I like Alice in Wonderland, I like zombies, I wonder how they'll go together. Oh, here's a book that will tell me. It will not tell you. This book has about as much to do with Alice in Wonderland as, I don't know, let me just pick a random book off my shelf. The Railway Children. I can't even with this book. I can't even. It is awful. I just can't. The main character is called Alice. She has a sister, she has parents, and they live in a world where zombies exist. But people aren't sure if they exist, and the people who believe they exist are seen as a little bit crazy. And a terrible thing happens, and it happens right at the beginning of the book, so I don't think I'm giving away any spoilers. Alice and her family are in a car and they have a car crash, and her parents and her sister die. She then has to go and live with her grandparents somewhere else, and she starts a new school. So I'm waiting for the zombies to come, and I'm waiting and I'm turning the pages. And the first proper mention of a zombie takes place on page 70. And even then, not really much to write home about. But we do get to enjoy, and when I say enjoy, I mean enjoy, Alice at her new school, making new friends, having a crush on the bad boy, going to parties, staying out late. I cannot begin to stress just how misleading this book is and just how awful it is. In order to keep a very, very tenuous connection to Alice in Wonderland, every time the zombies appear, or just before they appear, Alice sees a white rabbit in the clouds. So we have a girl called Alice and a white rabbit. And nothing more. If this book had just been called, I don't know, Girl Kills Zombies, I don't know, I can't think of titles, it wouldn't have led me to expect more from this. And even as far as zombie books go, it was more about this girl, Alice, falling in love with Cole, the bad guy. Well, not the bad guy, the bad boy, who always gets into trouble and always is in fights and isn't doing very well at school, and she loves him but he doesn't love her, and she kisses him and then he doesn't reciprocate the feelings, and then he does, and then he changes his mind, and then she doesn't want to be with him, and then she does, and he doesn't want to be with her, and then he does, and that is the main part of the story. And then towards the end you get a little bit of a zombie thing, but the zombies aren't actually zombies that we recognise as the undead. They're more of a spiritual entity that tries to steal human bodies. I don't know. Someone at work tried to read this and she gave up, and she was quite surprised that I was carrying on with it, and I feel like I've really wasted a week and a half of my life reading this. It's dull as a zombie book, but the fact that you go in assuming that it's going to be Alice in Wonderland plus zombies, like I say, it's so misleading, and I think it's really unfair to give a book that title knowing full well that Alice in Wonderland fans will be curious. It's almost like a really bad advertising ploy or selling ploy to get you to buy it. Thankfully I didn't buy it, I borrowed it from the library. I will not buy it. If you like Alice in Wonderland and were hoping for a zombie version of that, it is not. Do not buy it, do not read it. If you just like really awful teen fiction about, oh, I love him but he doesn't love me, oh, what do I do, oh, no, then read it. You'll love it. But if you actually have any common sense and you like good literature, don't read it at all. Just don't. I can't wait to take this back to the library. So if you'd like to hear any of my other book reviews, then please subscribe. I put new videos out every time I've read a book, bought new books, done something bookish. So subscribe if you're interested in any bookish writing-y type things, and have a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.